Flipping homes is a race, but what if your money is stuck at the starting line? Flipping homes comes down to speed, the speed of getting your property done and on the market. The longer the project drags out, it's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you stress, and the markets are going to change on you. So what's slowing you down? It's cash flow. It's the monies needed at the right time to finish your projects, or even just to get them started. But the lender has all the money, why should this slow me down? Yeah, in theory that works. The lender has 100% of your money, and that's the way it should work. But how does it really work? The stumbling block for most investors is they get into a project and then they figure out how escrows really work. So what are escrows? That's the money that the lender has set aside for you to finish the project. But it does not mean that they're going to give you money up front. Remember, the lenders are lending you money to get the project done and gets completed on time because they're lending the borrower you the money based on what the project's going to look like when it's finished, not as it sits. From a lender's perspective, they want to make sure everything is done before they pay for it. As a borrower and investor, you're on the other side. You need money up front. You need money to get the project kicked off. You need to pre-order stuff like doors, windows, whatever it may be that you need to pre-order because it may take a couple weeks to get in. Your contractors need that. You need to pay your contractor. You need to give them some money up front to get the project on his schedule. Also, you may need to get permits. You may need to get an architect involved or even an engineer. So you need money up front, but the lender's only going to give you that money when something is done to the property to increase its value. So that's where the dichotomy comes in here. What do you do when the lender's not going to give you the money until something is done, but you can't get something done until you have the money? So let's look at this and break it down, and more important, let's fix it. So why do you need to fix this? Why do investors need to get through properties as fast as possible? Because the faster you get a project done, it gives you more profits, you have less stress in your life, and you can get on to the next project. We've been lending for 25 plus years to fix and flippers. We've seen thousands of transactions, and we've seen the people who have done this right and the people who struggle through it. We want to make sure you don't struggle through it, because the faster you get a project done, it's better for you, it's better for the lender, it's even better for the wholesaler who's out there looking for your next project. So what do the top investors do after they close a loan? How do they get it moving so fast that they get it done in weeks or even a couple months instead of 6 to 9 months, which we see way too often? They have the money to pre-fund it. They have the funds available, not maybe in their checking account, but maybe in lines, maybe in credit cards. We call it your money bucket. So it's setting things up correctly up front so you understand how the system works. You're going to have to pre-fund some of these things. You're going to have to put it on your credit cards, your lines, or take it out of savings, or use real OPM, as we call it, out there. This is really how escrows work, and work fast. We have an investor right now. He's getting into structural issues on properties, but he's still turning the properties in 4 weeks or less. Why? Because he has everything set up. He has a contractor set up. He understands what he's doing. But more important, he has the money to pre-fund escrow, meaning he has the money to pre-order stuff, to pay for the contractors up front, and then he can wait until the escrow money comes in. Because what we see too often is people get into a deal, they close it, then they try to figure out how to start it. And if they don't start it, there goes a month. Your contractors have them lined up. You don't pay them. You don't give them the money. They're off to another project. 1 month goes by. Then 2 months go by, and then 3 months. Then what happens is not only you're racking up payments, because every month you're paying the interest, you're paying the taxes and the insurance, but you're also delaying when the work will be done. You may even miss the market. We say missing the market. What we mean by that is you have a property and it's supposed to be out in May, so you're in the prime selling season, but you miss a month, it goes into 2 months, into 3 months, just because the money's not there, the project's not going. So what do? Pretty soon that May expected sell date or listing date becomes November, and it happens all the time. And this is where we see people go from, having a dream and creating wealth to stressed out, broke, leaving investings with $20, $30, $40,000 in debt. We don't want you to be there. We want you to be ready for investing, and that means you have to create these buckets. It's not about living and then learning. I mean, getting into a deal, into something new, and then figuring out as you go. That's probably only a 20% success rate. What we talk about is the learning first before you get into a project, before the live section of this, because you don't want to make the mistakes that we could easily correct up front. We want to make sure you're 80, 90% sure of making money, good money in the investing. And that all comes down to being prepared. That's getting your money bucket ready. So whatever it is, down payments, buying the next property, pre-funding escrow, you need to be prepared. You need to have a portion of money, even if it's not your money, like I said, available money, just to make sure these projects move fast. Because even if you had to put some of this on a credit card and it goes at 24, 28% for $5,000 or $10,000, that's a lot less than missing 1, 2, or 3 months of your deadline. Those mortgage payments add up. Those taxes add up. Missing the market adds up, and pretty soon there's no profits for you. So let's make sure this doesn't happen to you. Down below, we'll have a link. It's a free ebook. It's called Money Buckets, and it goes over exactly how to set up the money to win in investing. So download, comment, share, like, and we'll catch you on the next video.